Hey guys, we're back for the last day of Adepticon. Back in the vendor area, taking some more videos. This time I got to show you some killer terrain stuff. So first I'm going to give you a sweep of the table, and then we're going to talk to the guy that made it all. So hold on a second. Flip the camera around, and take a look at some of his stuff. This is pretty sweet. And of course, the guy that made it all. Hi. Who's your name? What's the name of your company?
My name is Peter Carlson. My company is called Blast Radius Terrain. My website is www.gameswithoutrules.com. I've been making terrain professionally and working the convention circuit for about a year. Although I started when I was a little kid with train sets and dollhouses and building blocks and Legos and things like that. And have been working informally making terrain for most of my life.
Okay.
At this particular show, it had sort of a science fiction theme, largely, although there's also fantasy and some ancients going on, Lord of the Rings. But what I brought today was mostly 28mm sci-fi stuff. I work largely with found materials. I'm a painter, an artist, and so it's sort of a visual collage.
That is pretty sweet.
Put things together and then paint them.
See if I can get
I play Imperial Guard and I play Orcs.
Okay.
And I try to make stuff as tough as possible, so it's clear-coated and sealed, and it's kind of a niche market. It's in the upper price range for what people normally would expect to pay for terrain, but I do my best to make sure that you get your money's worth by making things that are just absolutely beautiful.
Well, the detail on them is phenomenal. I actually earlier had me take some still shots of some of the stuff, and I'll put a link at the bottom of this so you can see some of the still shots as well as on his site. The stuff is incredible.
I'm a big fan of terrain. I think that my philosophy about terrain is that terrain is what makes the setting that lets two players meet, and I think the more you can do to set up sort of an imaginative sort of storyline setting for your boards, the more enriching the game experience is. Even if you're a competitive player that just wants to beat the snot out of somebody else, if you're doing it with beautiful models on a beautiful table, it makes the whole day go better.
Cool. Let me get a close-up of this next one that you brought up. That is sharp. I don't know if it's going to show up on the video, but the signs actually have writing on them, which is kind of cool.
You'll see all kinds of stuff in my terrain in order to try and scale it. I use all kinds of different advertising and weird little cultural doodads and knickknacks and language things, and I like, you know, when you think about 40K, you think about the grim darkness of the future, and I do my best to go for grim and dark.
Well, you've definitely fit that feel. Then you got to tell me about the goggles.
The goggles I got a couple of years ago. I was at a garage sale in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I was living, and walked in, and right in the middle of it, in this shoebox, was a pair of goggles, and a really, really old woman, when I picked them up and put them on my face, said, "Those are yours."
Cool.
And I wore them out of there.
Well, the goggles are definitely cool. Go ahead and give us your website again, and then I'm going to take a quickie spin of the table.
Right. My website is www.gameswithoutrules.com, and great talking to you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Hand, switch hands. Thanks. Take care. Yeah, these are cool. So we'll do a quick spin. The stuff is just incredible. And we've got crashed planes, trees, buildings, trench works. Incredible stuff. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this one. Take care, guys.